Yo, brothers, how are you doing? Me? Really good. I had a freaky ass nice pump yesterday, which was back day. And, I was working out with my friend from Morocco. And, yeah, pretty much I was doing in the wrong way for the lat pull downs, which means, like my form wasn't correct. So I reformed it and it's doing great. It really hit well. And yeah, as you can see, I'm living in Japan. Here's the Odakyu line. It's gonna be, like something tricky because I'm not using Japanese for vlogging, but English. And I'm living in Japan. I mean, it could be quite common, but I just don't see, like those kind of contents quite often. So I'm really excited doing such a thing. And today is gonna be arm day, which is not gonna take too long in my opinion, probably like 30 minutes 40 minutes. But yeah, at the same time I want to like push it really hard because I really want to compete on the stage on September for classic physique. So yeah, I'll try my best to, like at least have a nice pump, get bigger, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Oh, I really hate this navigation. Always says that, okay dude, we're expecting any lightning, we're expecting strong winds. Dude, I know. It's all good, safe drive. Safety first and vlogging second. So a lot of people would know, would imagine that I'm so like inspired by someone who's taking this kind of vlogging style, gym sessions, and how his life goes, this and that. Of course I do respect him. That's the reason why I started this. But I have like 4 main pillars that I want to achieve this year by doing this kind of vlogging style video. The first thing is that I really want to improve my English. I think some of you already know that, okay, this guy, like doesn't live in the States, or he's not like native in English from my accent, based on my accent. I think you would be able to, like easily guess where am I from, which is Japan, like I said before. But on the other hand, it doesn't sound too bad, right? For instance, I don't sound, I'll say, how do I even explain that? I should sound decent because I'm capable of at least having a decent communication with foreigners, especially who are from the States. But I wasn't like this in a couple of years. I practice a lot. I was like watching these kind of videos, especially for muscle growth. Muscle growth, is that a thing? Yeah, like physique, like Sebum, Sam Sulek, or like Samson Dauda, those kind of people's video quite often, so that I can easily mimic their vocabulary, sentences, pronunciations and whatnot. I was doing that. But back to the main point, I really want to improve my English, which there's a lot of room of improvement left. Next, I want to build up my physique really well. I've been going to the gym for almost 3 years, and I'll show my physique later as soon as I finish my workout. But I think it's not enough to be able to like compete on the stage yet. The competition on September is gonna be for amateur, so obviously I don't have a pro card. I'm not sure I'm willing to have a pro card because it'll be really strict, but at the same time it'll be so nice to make a decent amount of money from it. that's also, you know, like, that's always a blessing. Which, you know, if you love something, certain content, and you can gain money from it, then that would be really nice. It's a little bit. It'll be really nice, like I said. But we all know that it's not easy. That's the reason why I work in tech right now. I don't really like it, to be honest, but at least, you know, I can pay my bills. I can feed myself. I don't, you know, really hesitate it. I still can, you know, like, keep it into my schedule, so I don't really mind. But some people do live in their lives with having fun. Meanwhile, at least surrounding me, like, no one do have that, in my opinion. And I mean, of course, that's quite rare, right? Probably like top 1% of population, maybe less, has, you know, decent amount of, like, enough money to, you know, like, not worried, you know, like, about anything, or at least like having fun and doing this job at the same time. Like, here's an example, I guess, like streamers or something. I don't know, because I've never become a streamer, which means that I never know how it actually feels to be a streamer. And, you know, they might have some struggles and stuff, obviously, but you know what I'm trying to say. It looks easier than, you know, like, working 9 to 5. If I gotta be honest, it could be different. We never know. We never know yet. But that's my opinion, from my perspective. So yeah, it'll be really nice to, you know, like, make livings with your ideal or dream content, if I have to say. So the third pillar, I mean, I've explained: 1, better English improvement; 2, better physique; 3, yeah, better expressions. So I used to, you know, like, okay, let's talk about it. A couple years ago, I couldn't speak English, and I'm not even kidding. I had a background though. I've been to the States, I've been to the UK. Does UK stand with the? I don't know. I'm not quite sure, but you get my point. I was in England for a few months. I haven't used English too much though. I mean, that much though. Enough amount of, you know, like, no, never mind. I wasn't good at English at all. But my dad is from, you know, Nigeria, which English is wide spoken there. I hope so. Of course, they have, you know, like, different type of accents, but I really think it is decent enough. And my mom is Japanese, but she used to live in the States for almost a decade, so it was I mean, I had an advantage to, you know, like, at least become a good speaker in this specific language, because there are a lot of people who are struggling to, you know, like, learn new languages, especially when you don't have any background, any support. Because I was asked yesterday, actually, you know, like, my friend from Morocco is trying to learn Japanese, but he doesn't know how to, you know, like, actually become a nice Japanese speaker. And I suggested him, like, okay, find content, find something interests you, find something, you know, you can keep consuming almost every day. But to stand at that point is still really, you know, kind of difficult, in my opinion, if you don't have those backgrounds. Like, at least you know some characters, at least you know, like, you understand what they're talking about. And that was my case in English. So it was really easy for me to cultivate my speaking skill, and I'm trying to do the same thing here as well. But, you know, sometimes it is so difficult for me to articulate what I'm thinking of. And, like, I won't say 100%, but let's say like 90%, 80% is even, you know, like, it's less, but it's not too bad, in my opinion. Because if we are, like, able to, you know, like, output our minds 100% precisely, then there won't be a lot of problems nowadays, in my opinion. We try to, you know, like, make it vague, do we have to make it vague? I mean, vaguely, explain something, and that causes others to like feel something weird or like misunderstanding and this and that. I'm too lazy to like explain this kind of occasion, but I hope you get my point. So that's what I'm trying to like improve during this kind of vlog style stuff. And lastly, fourth pillar is gonna be that I wish I could have my own community, which I think a lot of people adore actually, because there are a lot of like influencers who has decent amount of people in his community, in her community, and there are a lot of perspectives. For example, like, okay, let's make a gym session or workout. If I have like huge amount of community, it doesn't have to be huge, but if I have like some people who can justify my physique, then okay, you should work out on your chest, you should work out on your arms instead of like hitting too much legs. There are a lot of perspectives and maybe suggestions, opinions, which makes my physique even better. So I really hope I will be able to achieve that in the future. But until then, I need to continue this kind of like vlogging style of talking consistently, so that maybe some like hopefully some people like thinks like, okay, this dude might be like really nice to output some thoughts and stuff. Of course, there are all like negative aspects of it or negative opinions, obviously, but we'll take that. It could be something dramatic, for instance, like, okay, I'm not hitting my legs too well because my right knee, like I got injured couple months ago, so I haven't worked out my legs since then, which is really sad, because I really love training my legs, hitting squats, hitting like leg press and some stuff. So I'm really sad, but I'm thinking of like getting a assistant, like the strap which tightens your knee, tightens your body part. It's like a wrist strap or something, but version of legs, which is gonna cost like $30, $40. It's not too cheap, but it's better than having serious injuries, I guess. So that's my goal. I can just click the Amazon button, which is really easy, but that's my goal, because it's not too cheap. Yeah, I could afford it, but I always hesitate. Like when I'm trying to like compensate that amount of money, then I always go for, like a couple of days ago, I went with buying a new protein powder, which it was the timing. I ran out of my protein powder in my house, so anyways, I had to get a new one. I'm gonna try to like have a link below, because it's really nice. It's a little bit pricey, but I really love the taste and the texture. Is that a thing? Yeah, should be texture. Yeah, because a lot of protein shake has a lot of, how do you say, those dense piece of protein shake which wasn't melted in water. But the one I always buy, like it's easy to like melt with water when you shake the shaker. Do you guys get it with my explanation? I really hope so. Cheers. So that's my main goals. That's my 4 pillars. Continuing this one. Today's program is gonna be arm day, which I think I'm not going to the gym where I often go. I'm like heading towards some random places. I haven't set my destination yet, but I'm just like driving towards Tokyo right now, because I live in Kanagawa. I would find somewhere, doesn't have to be near for today, because it's my first day. I could like explore some other Anytime Fitness, obviously, because if you have Anytime Fitness membership, you'll be able to like go to any other random Anytime Fitness, which is the best thing if you have Anytime Fitness membership. So I'm trying to find one. I'm gonna try to find one in probably Chiba. It's a prefecture name, which is which I think it takes like couple to 3 hours from here, but I'm down to drive because it's Sunday. I love driving, so yeah, let's do it. I'm not gonna yap too much, but today's gonna be arm day. Like I said, it's gonna finish in probably like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Pause, workout, pose down. Is that a thing? I'm gonna flex my muscle. I think it's not enough to, like be able to flex it on camera, but let's see how it goes. And yeah, we will be back into this car. So see you later. Brothers, it's dark already outside. It's almost like 9:30, 10 p.m. already. I just finished my workout. I think I'll post my, workout video on this YouTube video, but it went well. It was actually my first time having tripod in a gym. It felt awkward, to be honest, but I'm trying to pretend to be a guy who's checking your posture, whether or not it is right. So I think it went well. And especially this kind of new stuff, as for me, especially for this case, having tripod or something. I mean, honestly though, using tripod in my life, it's literally my first time. Oh, no one can see my shit. Anyways, it's really dark. Excuse me. Yeah, it's really dark. And my skin is also gonna blend there because it's not gonna reflect any lights because my skin is dark. Anyways, I can already feel my biceps and triceps really sored. It's pumped. I was trying to fix my form with watching those taken video on my phone. I'll review it after this, and I hope it gets better. We always want to seek better posture, better form to stimulate more muscle. How do you say? Better stimulus. I really always want that. So that was probably the thing I was trying to do. 50%. I was trying to pretend, like I said, a guy who's trying to fix his posture so that no one would consider that, okay, I'm getting posted on YouTube or something. Holy you are. We never know yet though. I might use the blur thing on stranger's face, but let's see how it goes, because if it's troublesome, then honestly I'm not doing it. But let's see how it goes, because I've never seriously edited any video. I used to have a channel for gaming, but yeah, I kept streaming basically, so it's another thing which is kind of anything special for me. Anyways, nice arm day. Tomorrow's gonna be shoulders. I'm not sure whether or not I'm gonna, I will film it anyways, but shoulders especially, and typically for me, it always it's really short session. I think I worked out almost an hour for today for biceps and triceps, but shoulders, lateral raise, shoulder press, done. If you spam okay, couple sets of those, bro, it's already done. So yeah, I think not couple sets. How do you define? Yeah, 6 sets, 7 sets. I'm full with it. So it's not too difficult for me, especially for shoulders, but I could say that shoulders is not my strongest part. I would consider myself, my strongest part is either chest or biceps. And let's make an order. Weakest shoulders, let's say back, legs, biceps, and chest. I'll say so. The chest, in my opinion, is gonna be my highest, my best physique, in my opinion. But I'm so excited to have any other opinion so that I can see other perspectives. Okay, I have to hit this part specifically. I have to hit. I should, maybe instead of keep spamming same parts or same exercises, do this instead of that, sort of. The thing is, my brain is not braining. My throat is not throatening. Is that a word? I don't think so. But it's not working well. Especially after I train, I am so tired. So I'm not capable of doing other things unless I didn't go too heavy for the lift. And also, like I said, I had a flu a couple weeks ago, so recently it's not treating me very well. But it's not too bad either. I haven't.
東京都23区西部に強風注意報、波浪注意報が発表されています。
I just had an announcement from my navigation. I really need to turn this shit off. Sorry using S word, because this year I'll be, I'm gonna use less swear words. I swear to God, less swear words. Try not to kill my, any opportunity of outputting new words, similar words, like any synonymous or something. Because instead, if I use F word, I'm gonna kill a lot of situations where I can, output some words, vocabularies that I've learned from any other contents, any other information. But yeah, I used to swear a lot when when I couldn't speak English this much. I used to swear a lot, trying to, sound like a native speaker, if I have to say so. Because you all know, especially, if your first language is not English, you would know. You know what I'm trying to say. Like if you use F word or, for real, those kind of like rapper words, like sentences or whatever, it sounds somewhat, not natural, but how do you call it? Like somewhat native, in my opinion. Let me park my car real quick, by the way. I want to get something from convenience store. Holy shit. I'm so bad parking. All right. Yo, what I was talking about? So yeah, as you can see, I don't wanna break my tripod. Let me take my phone. So yeah, this is an income, so I have to show it like this. But this is a quite famous convenience store, which is called Lawson, and I'm gonna visit here from now to get some stuff. So I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. Today I got this one. I don't even know how to call it in English, but it says cookie cream puff with custard and vanilla. Can you see this? So, the last thing last, I'm trying to go back to my house. I'm gonna take a shower, eat dinner, and pretty much go to bed. I have to edit this video, but I hope that's nothing. I'm just gonna try to cut some unnecessary parts, and yeah, pretty much post it. By the way though, is my pronunciation alright? Can you guys at least understand what I'm trying to say? I'm so curious about it because I explained in a part 1 that my goal is to be, become more fluent in English. And I know for a fact I have to keep doing this thing to reach that certain point. But, if at least you guys can understand what I'm trying to say, then, from the first video, that's really nice, It's better than nothing. Like, imagine, you open a random video, who's trying to, lift hard, and all of a sudden he says, oh, like random shit. random like things that you can never understand, you get a browser back towards Samsung. And I know for a fact, maybe that's the correct grammar. So all right, the things which are left tonight are eat, sleep, take a shower. Oh, let's put it in order. Take a shower, cook, eat, edit. Maybe I'll try to watch some Netflix or something. Go to bed. Tomorrow, Shoulders Day. But before that, I have to wake up for coding. Fuck's sake. So that I don't have to suffer from, the deadlines. Tomorrow's holiday in Japan. So essentially I don't have to work. I mean, not even essentially. I don't have to work tomorrow, but I don't want to, getting pressured off those kind of deadlines from Tuesday to next Friday. I'd rather be, more free, if I have to say so. So that's pretty much it. I'll see you tomorrow again.